What's up, guys? Today's video is going to be a bit different. We're going to be talking about fantasy football, what happened in the last game week 31, and what I'm going to do in this week's game week 32. I will be using my wild card, but let's just jump in and show you my team first before we advance any further. As you can see here, last week we didn't do too bad, considering people weren't playing. I did try to plan for it. We got 53 points. We got Digne, or Dean as people call him, Richardson, and Hernandez Chikorito that got us the points. And Rondon, sorry, don't forget about Rondon. So we didn't do too bad on points, wasted my captainship there, but it probably would have been Salah or Hazard, let's be honest. They're both the best players there. Not too much to talk about really. I did try and plan and bring players in so everyone played instead of have people blank, and it kind of did work. I couldn't really bring too much else in. Now I don't need to, but I want to use my wild card. Some people will be saving it for next week. They'll use the free chip. Unfortunately, I've already used mine early on in the season. I've still got my triple captain, but you can't do a wild card and triple captain, unfortunately. We'll get on to that a bit later. So up first on my team, I'll be keeping goalkeepers because I think Edison or Kepa or Alisson or De Gea are the best shouts. In my opinion, Edison or Kepa are the ones to get. Both got a double game week. I think Edison's got 2 double game weeks, but Kepa doesn't blank. He doesn't miss a game. Robertson's done well for me, but same with Salah. Liverpool, I'm not really too fussed if I don't have Liverpool or Spurs player in there, and that does seem like madness because they're doing so well, and I think they'll get points. I think Spurs will play well at the new stadium. I think Liverpool will play well. They'll be fighting, especially the last 3 games, which look quite easy. But if you look on the fixtures, I just don't, defender-wise, I don't see him getting clean sheets. Like, Chelsea Spurs, I don't think they'll get clean sheets. Fair enough here, you've got Cardiff, Huddersfield, Newcastle, Wolves. I might bring back in a defender, like Alexander-Arnold's quite cheap. But for now, I think I can get more price because of the double game weeks. It's good because they don't blank. Because of the double game week, I want to try and abuse that as much as I can. So we're going to take both Salah and Robertson out. Pereira, he's not a bad player. I think we bought him in when he actually started not doing great. I think we bought him in here like after the 12. So we got the 4 points for him there for an assist. And then after that, he's not really done too much. Leicester haven't been doing great at the back. So that's another one I'm going to get rid of. And it's the same as the 2 Everton boys, Richardson and Dean, or Digne. They've both got me their fair share of points when I've bought them in early on. But, you know, I don't think they're going to get too much now. And the 2 West Ham duos as well, they're going to have to go because they're just not performing. But, I mean, they're not too bad at getting goals, but I think I can spend the money elsewhere. Again, like Liverpool, they don't miss a game week, which is great. But they don't have a double game week, and some teams have got 2 or even 3. Rondon has done tremendous for me. He's done bits here and there when I've needed him and called upon one person to get points in the game week. He has been the man. But again, all this consistency, he's not got bad fixtures, to be fair to him. Definitely get. I reckon he'll still get another 4 or 5 goals before the end of the season. But he's no Aguero. Pardon me. Pogba has done extremely well for me. And Vardy, again, he could score in every game. He's that sort of player. Now, with my stats here on the right hand side, in Leicester, which is where I live, I am 720th. Overall, I am 137,000. I don't know whether that's amazing or not. There's 6.2 million players, so it's not too bad. I want to try and end up in 100,000 for sure. That's my aim. I'm not saying this to be big-headed, but I definitely didn't start and I wasn't first couple of weeks, but I can't remember when I haven't been top, if that makes sense. So like, I've been top a while now, but people are slowly gaining on me, so we need to, I think we're only like 50-60 points ahead, which can be caught up in one game week, especially if people go and triple captain or even just captain and get those bonus points. So we'll be doing our wild card here, so let's jump into that. As you can see, I've done my wild card. I'll talk through my choices and talk through alternative choices for people, whether you're interested or whether this might help you. I hope it does help you, that would be great. So I've kept Edison and Boruk, just because Edison's game, I can see them getting clean sheets for the first two. Double game week, he should play. You know, he's a fully fit goalkeeper. Goalkeepers don't normally get rested too much, except for maybe Arsenal with like Leno and Cech. Two quality keepers, maybe rotate it. And then he does Blank. And then we've got Crystal Palace, Spurs, Man U will be tough games. And then Burnley, Leicester, Brighton, I could get a clean sheet. You do not know. I was going to go with like Laporte or someone. As you can see further down with the players, I didn't want to have a defender, midfield and goalie when these defenders go twice and they don't miss a game week. So we've kept with Edison. He does have a blank here, game week 33, but if we quickly look down here on Boruk, game week 33 he's got Burnley, which could indeed be a clean sheet and do 3-0 in my opinion. Next we go on to Azpilicueta and David Luiz, both get involved in set pieces. David Luiz more so. Azpilicueta has been playing well now, he's been playing right back as well. I think this is like a really decent season for him. He's got Cardiff and Brighton, and then he doesn't blank. Got some okay challenging fixtures as well with two of them there, but I can still see him getting clean sheets, or even not even just a clean sheet, getting assists. And with Slup as well, like I don't think he'll get many clean sheets, but he's playing, for me, he's a bargain. Like he's 4.5 and he's playing a midfielder role, so I think it'd be silly not to bring him in, even if you had him on your bench as like a bench player, and then occasionally rotating depending on the games, bring him in, because he doesn't blank at all, and he's got Huddersfield and Spurs. Now Spurs, they're going to go one way or the other. They're going to play incredible at the new ground and be amazing, and you know, be a challenging team, or I think the pressure might get to them without a fully fit side. You know, Ali's back from injury, and Kane's, he's still there, he's still scoring goals, he can score goals at any game, but I don't think they've been performing at top level of recent, so they could have an upset at Spurs and he could be the man to get involved. You got Man City and Arsenal here that are tough, but then you got easy games at the end there. But I think he's a great choice. Other people I was looking at, I did look into Holobas. He's on set pieces, and Watford look like they're doing alright, but I'm not too sure on whether he plays all the time. Again, I would look at Laporte, like a Man City. The thing is, everyone's like coming back from injury with like Stones, and you got Company, and people like that are fully fit. So it's a tough one whether he's going to play both games or if he's even going to play. He's only just got back from injury, and I know he played left back for a couple of games. He's been playing centre back. The only nailed on person I'd go for is probably Walker. I think he'll definitely play, but he's a bit more expensive, like 6.2. Other people in now, a lot of people are getting in Lindelof, or maybe even Shaw. They're both the same price, 5.1. Shaw's a bit more attacking, but he does have injuries and he might not play both games. People have been going for Young as well, Ashley Young. So you'll have to have a look at those options too. But I chose these three for now. I will mix it up next couple of game weeks. As I say, one of these, Azpilicueta or David Luiz, will probably go in like 3-4 weeks time, and I'll get in a Liverpool guy just so I've got some Liverpool support. Let's get on to the midfield. Midfield, I've opted to keep in Pogba and Hazard. They've got me loads of points, and I think a trick to this is getting high points, especially like I've got my friends leagues here that I'm high up in. But even the overall rank, I think you need to get players in. I did it with Pogba, Rashford. I did it with Richarlison, Dean. I think there was a couple others here and there, like Rondon possibly, you could count him. But with Pogba and like Salah as well, Like, I got them in when they had like 2 or 3 game weeks in a row of getting like 12 points, and I captained them. And not only have other people not got them, I've gone and captained them, and then people bring them in, and they still get points from it, obviously, after bringing them in, but they've missed out on those points. So you got to get lucky and try and think of people to bring in that will do well. So I think you've got to go like solid, like your Hazard, Sterling, Pogba's, David Silva, Mane, people like that you know are going to do something for the rest of the season and not blank every single week. But you've also got to have some like wild cards and think outside the box, but not too much outside the box. Like, still look at form of teams and form of players. So I've stuck with Hazard and Pogba here, just because Hazard, I mean Cardiff, Cardiff and Brighton he's got, which he could easily score a goal in each game. I mean, he could score a hat-trick. Let's not let's not kid ourselves. But being realistic, I mean, that's 6 and 6. You know, West Ham, they are winning some games and they are scoring now, but they're letting so much in at the back. They don't look good at the back at all. Don't get a West Ham defender. Liverpool will be a tough game. Burnley, a hit and miss this season. I don't think they'll put up to the fight. Chelsea should win there. Man U will be a really tough game. Watford and Leicester aren't too bad, I suppose. But even for this double game week, if you like, say if you bought in Hazard for those 2 game weeks, play them for 33 because a lot of teams blank, and then bring in someone else with easier fixtures, you know. Even another Man City boy or a Man U player, or even a Man City player, Liverpool. You could bring in anyone to replace him because he's that much money. Same goes for Pogba. He's got alright fixtures. I mean, Watford Wolves, I think on paper it looks average, but you know, they could have an upset there, but they've lost 2 in a row. Their manager's just signed for them permanently now, 3-year contract. I think they want to prove themselves, and you know, I think they'll start playing well after international break. They'll come in, and I think they'll smash Watford and Wolves. I could be wrong, but then I also think they'll smash West Ham and Everton as well. I don't know about clean sheets. Everyone's bringing in Lindelof and Shaw and stuff. I don't know whether they'll get clean sheets or not, because Watford and Wolves could easily score, in my opinion. I've got rid of Salah. Now, I've had him since the start, and he's got me so many points, and it was almost emotional getting rid of him. But I can't have him sat there. Like, the last 6 games, he's got 1 goal and 1 assist. When you've got Sterling doing absolute bits. He scored, I mean, if you had triple captained him for the international breaks, say if he does what he does again, these 2 games, he got 4 goals and 2 assists. That'd be over 100 points if you triple captain him. He's done amazing here from 23, really. Like, before that, he's done great too, but both stats are insane. 10-1, 10-1, 18-1, 3, 21. You can't not look at that and be amazed. He's got Fulham and Cardiff, Crystal Palace, Spurs, Man U will be tricky games, but I mean, Man City, they destroyed like Chelsea, for instance, 6-0. They beat Arsenal as well, like 4, I don't know what the score was, but it was 4 something. Aguero got a hat-trick in that game as well. So I think it'd be silly not to have Sterling in. Yes, he could get rested because you've got Mars and Sané and so forth on the flanks. But I think he'll play 90 minutes in both games, I really do. Even if he doesn't, I still think he's worth getting in. Then I go to my sort of wild card of choice here. I did have Fraser. I was thinking of having Fraser in because Bournemouth have got really, really nice fixtures. Like, if you look at Borg's fixtures, obviously the same for the strikers. I was thinking like Callum Wilson or Fraser or maybe even King. They've got really, really good fixtures. But I opted for DFALU because of the double game week. Again, I just want to try and get as many teams as I can in there and as many players like that are playing twice. So I've opted for DFALU. He's not too bad. I think he's coming to form. He looks hungry for goals. He's got some nice scores here, 23, 2, 6, 6 of recent 4 games. Got some tricky fixtures, but I think Watford can perform against big teams. Even if he blanks against Man U and doesn't as well, we've still got Fulham that have got a worse defensive record. Huddersfield with a second worst defensive record. So I still think he'll do well. It'll be a struggle against Arsenal and Man U and Chelsea, but the other games he can get some points in for sure. Aguero I bought, and I think that's a no-brainer. You need Aguero in your side. I would love to triple captain him this week. because I feel like he could get a hat-trick against Fulham and Cardiff. Again, being realistic, I'd settle with a goal and assist in both games to get me loads of points. He's got easy fixtures now. He's been in form. Again, like Sterling, he's been doing crazy in the league. Past sort of 6 games. I think you'd be silly not to have him in. You need him in. I mean, you look at other people. The only other one I'd probably say is Aubameyang, or maybe even Lacazette, because Arsenal have got some really good fixtures, and we'll come to that in a minute. But next I've got Raul Jimenez. I've just got a feeling with this one, the same as Diafulu. Is it Diafulu? We'll go with Diafulu. But he's got promising fixtures, you know, good and bad. But Ben, he's just been in form. He scored loads for his country as well. A couple of goals and then got subbed. I don't know if he scored a hat-trick or it was just 1 goal. I'm not too sure. But he looked on fire. He's doing well. I think if anyone's going to score, it's probably going to be him. Same goes for this guy. It's another sort of, not stab in the dark, because research has gone into it. But I believe this guy, he's just hit into form. He scored for his country as well. I think he'll get some goals going now. Crystal Palace will get off the mark. Again, Spurs will be a tough game. You've got Huddersfield, one of the worst defensive records. You can get 1 or 2 in that. Newcastle aren't great at the back. You've got Man City, Arsenal, which is tough, but we'll probably get rid of him. My thinking is, because he's 6.5, I'll probably play him for this double game week, play him for 33, and I've got him to play, and I'll probably just transfer him out when they're against Man City, Arsenal, and so forth. Because I'll bring someone else in, like Bournemouth, who have got a nicer fixture. But yeah, that's my team. I'm obviously it was a tough one to pick, Aguero or Sterling. They're both in form. I think Sterling is more in form and might even get more points. But to be safe, I've gone with Aguero. He's not had international break. I think he'll play 90 minutes or even 60, 70 minutes in both games and get some points. Sterling's still a bit of a worry whether he's going to get rested for 1 game. The strikers, Kane could be an option for people too. Let's quickly go on to transfers and have a look at that. I mean, I haven't got any Liverpool or Spurs players in here, which could be a worry. But after this weekend, I'll have 2 transfers, so I can rotate my team as suits after that. I know that Salah will probably go and do well now. He's not played bad. Like, he's still up there on top for midfield. Mane's been outshining him, but if you look on, I watch quite a lot of football, and Salah's still he's been like 2nd, 3rd assisting, a bit like Bernardo Silva for Man City. He does really well in plays, like well in games. He's having shots, he's setting up players, but he's not getting the fancy points, which is annoying, but it's how it goes sometimes. This guy could be good, 6.3 million. Milivenchevich, he takes penalties as well for Crystal Palace. He's not got too bad fixtures either. Aubameyang, Arsenal fixtures are the most favourable. Bears and Bournemouth, I think, are the best. They don't take any blank. They've got a double game week here for 35. So if you can afford someone, I think Mkhitaryan's been doing quite well of late. It's just with rotation in midfield for Arsenal, it's tough to know who's going to play. I mean, even Aubameyang and Lacazette have been left on the bench. Maybe a defensive option or goalkeeper like with Leno could be an option for you. But with defenders, again, it's a risk. Like Kosanak will be quite good because he plays like midfield, left wing back. He's quite attacking. He's only 5 million, so maybe look at him. Joshua King, I mean, you've got Wilson there as well, but King for me, they're both the same price. King's on penalties. He's got very good fixtures. I'll probably maybe bring him in. Bring him in for Bashirari maybe here when they're against Fulham. They can try and get some points in there. We'll have to see. But yeah, let me know what you think. I hope you liked the video. Like, thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see more. Thanks, guys.